Good evening, party people, and welcome to Dream Daddy here at the bar with an X. How is everybody doing out there tonight? I see BC Awesomest already saying hype. I'm kind of hype. I am actually very, very excited for reasons not just because we have this beautiful dad dating simulator game to play. It's right in time for Valentine's Day, and I was really hoping that we would be able to get here just in time for it, and we did. And I'm really happy about that. As is due course here at the bar with an X with me, the bartender, the ex-bartender, CameroxnWithAnX. The other reason we're doing this is because I've got some cocktails in the works for all these beautiful dads here. I don't have enough context to make those cocktails yet. So what we normally do is we'll play through the game, get a little bit of inspiration for how things are, what captains around here, what the characters are all about, and then we make cocktails for them based off of their history and whatnot. So actually, I'm also very excited, not just because we're playing this game, but because as you can probably see by the angle over here, I'm not at my desk. I'm actually at the bar. I'm at the bar. I'm playing games at the bar. I'm so happy about that. It clicked with me the other day that normally when we do these kind of playthroughs and I do a cocktail in the very beginning, I'm like, I'm not at the bar, so I can't really, I do it at the desk. And way back then, almost like 3 years ago when I first started streaming, I had a very similar setup. I had a small little foldy table. Sometimes I'd put my bar equipment just up on my desk and I'd make a quick little cocktail and we'd get back to the game. But since getting the bar with an X, this beautiful piece of wood here, I was like, why do I need to go back and forth between desk and other? But like, if I combine the angles together, we just do it from over here, everything works out. So as we normally do things around here, let's start off with a cocktail, either inspired by the game or otherwise. Honestly, we were on the topic of dads and daddies for Dream Daddy, so I was like, okay, kind of daddy cocktails exist out there. Evidently, I found this one. It's called Fatty Daddy, and it comes from lightestculinaria.com. And there's I think it's just a person's website. Some dude who I think he runs like a restaurant. He has like cocktails and stuff, and the Fatty Daddy was up there. And what brought my attention was in the original recipe, it uses a bit of like maple and bacon syrup, which sounds delightful. I didn't have the time to do that this evening. But what we do have in the Bar with an X's bottle collection is a little bit of home-infused bacon-washed bourbon, which I pulled out of my closet. So I got a little bit, this 4 Roses bottle of bacon-washed bourbon. It does have a bacony taste to it, at least from last I recall. It's been sitting for a hot minute, so I don't know if those flavors for bacon washing tend to subside after a little while. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I'm gonna give it a try and see how that works. But in this Fatty Daddy, you can actually, I go through the recipe and ingredients, but you can actually see it up there. So I feel like I can save your time and save my own time by just jumping into the fun parts of things. And he's saying that maple bacon's making me hungry. Or it's just BS FFFR. It's like bullshit for freaking real, which is actually quite, I'm just thinking of things improperly. Hello, Annie. Welcome in. Let's make a Fatty Daddy to start things off with our daddy dating simulator game. Be so fucking for real. Seriously, dude. What we're gonna do is we're gonna stir this cocktail over some ice. We're gonna put it into a chilled coupe glass, which I currently have in my freezer over here, and we see how things taste around here. Let's make our Fatty Daddy, starting first off with 2 ounces of our bacon-washed bourbon. I kind of want to see how this tastes on its own first compared to other. I don't have any of the 4 Roses left. I think I used it all for infusing, so I'm not going to have a proper comparison here. I'm just going to taste this on your own. I find that it's best for me to determine flavor differences by comparing something to a control. It's kind of how science apparently does that too. But this is our bacon-washed bourbon, and I can actually see little bits of char apparently in there that were not filtered out. It does have a charred, almost greasy smell to it, but it mostly smells like bourbon. Ooh, that is savory. A first tip, hitting my tongue, getting my palate already. On the very end, it's very bourbon-like. It's kind of like a sweet bourbon with a bit of vanilla note to it, and there's a hint of I wouldn't call it smoke. It's savoriness and a little bit of char. A little bit of char. I'm gonna go in for another taste here, because usually what winds up happening is when you get the alcohol on your tongue and your taste buds, it takes a little bit for it all to get ready. So now that that's out of the way, we'll go for the real taste. Okay. There is a little bit of bacon in there, just a tad bit of bacon, more like the fatty parts of bacon. Like if you have crispy bacon, there's a very powerful, at least for me, because I love my bacon crispy. A savoriness to it, and a charredness to it, a burnedness. I love that stuff. This is a little less on that. Actually, it's a lot less on that, and it's more on those kind of fatty parts of the meat that's a little more oily. I can feel like I can taste a little bit of the oil in there, a lot less on the bacon than usual. And I can't exactly, it's been so long since I made this, I don't remember exactly what the process was. I think I just took bacon fat and I put it into the bourbon, which is probably why it tastes the way that it does. You could potentially just take your little bacon bits. This is a great idea, and I might try this the next time. Take your bacon bits, just put them in a food processor, grind them all up, and use the oil, because this is a fat washing technique, so you need these fatty oils in there, and just put it all together. Give it a shake, let it sit a little while, then put it in your freezer, let the fat separate, and strain the whole thing out. Bourbon-infused bacon, and then you could take the bacon bits and just straight up eat them. Put them in a little dehydrator, put them in your oven to dry them out a little bit. It sounds delicious. And Annie says, I'm adding a drink with a thick foam head, bacon bits garnish. Yes, Annie, yes. Willpower says, hello there. Hello, Willpower. Popping in from the YouTube side of things. We just tasted our bacon fat-washed bourbon, and to be fair, the only fat that was put in there was bacon grease, bacon oil, the fat that kind of skimmed off and eventually refroze in my refrigerator after being shaken up a little bit, freezer specifically. And it's a very light flavor, not as smoky or char as I like my bacon, but there is a little bit of a savory component there. And now we're gonna see how that translates into this Fatty Daddy cocktail, which I found from somewhere on the internet. So we're gonna start by grabbing an ice cube from our freezer. I've also got a chilled glass cooling, which is great. Let's put our ice in there and add a full 2 ounces of our bacon-infused bourbon. I'll take what I have a little left of my cordial over here, put that away. Get the rest of it, 2 ounces, or about 59 milliliters of your bacon-washed bourbon. Getting a little low on that. I can actually see a little bit of the particulates still in there, so maybe I didn't do the best straining technique on this. That's fine. What's the plan for this stream? Oh, Willpower. We're playing a game called Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, just in time for Valentine's Day. There are 7 total dateable dads, and every single dad is going to get a cocktail inspired by them by the time we finish the game. I don't know if that'll be 2 bar with the next stream, cocktail bar with the next streams, or whether there'll be 1 and we'll just do all 7 like we did with the Crystal Stars. I'm still trying to figure that out, because now the game angle doesn't exist anymore. I'm not going to be at my desk anymore, because I realized I could just, I have a monitor now. It's right here. I can see things so clearly. I can read chat without pulling my eyes up to the ceiling. So it's actually very nice. Annie says coffee filters are good for filtering greasy stuff, in my opinion. Just use a sieve with it. Yeah, you can use a sieve with it. You can also use cheesecloth if you have really big bits of things. And what'll wind up happening if you have a cheesecloth, for example, is if you have those big pieces of fat, those big globules of fat, if you want to get all of it out, you can wring it a little bit to get all those really small pieces that would otherwise not, perforate through, filter out, get through some of those more fine coffee filters. Because I've tried doing the whole squeezing technique with coffee filters before, and they're just made of paper, so they just kind of fall apart. But it depends on what kind of infusion you're going with. So we have our bourbon in there, and next we're going to add 3/4 of an ounce of ruby port. This recipe caught my attention because it uses the port. And I honestly thought that I was going to toss this bottle of Cockburns after the Crystal Star stream because it's a bit oxidized, and I professed up to that the last time we were here at the bar. But we're using it again here. And we're using 3/4 of an ounce, or about 22 milliliters of your ruby port. This is rather dry. It's got notes of raspberry and cranberry to it. We're going to see exactly what this does with this. At the very end, this gets garnished with some maraschino cherries and a little bit of the maraschino cherry juice, which I have to get from my fridge. I forgot about this one now. Because I'm already up and about, it's really not a big deal to go around and grab all the other ingredients and stuff. It makes it a lot easier around here. Next, we're going to add a 1/2 ounce of, in the original recipe, this is where the bacon happens. Instead of using a bacon-washed bourbon, they used a bacon maple syrup. I don't have bacon maple syrup, but I do have maple and charred oak syrup, which is from a company called, it's over here. It doesn't usually come out very often. It's by Yes Cocktail Company. Oak burnt sugar toffee notes. And this is an old bottle, so we'll see how it works in here. I need to open it first, though. No compressed air in the bottle. No compressed air. Oh, well. Ooh. I almost forgot. Annie, thank you for holding me accountable for my rules. Look at that. I almost forgot about it. I pretty much almost gave up on this bottle, so the thought occurred to me. But now that I'm being encouraged to, absolutely. This is an old bottle. I would protect the vermouth bottle with my life. This bottle of Ruby Port was like, what, I think like 15 bucks? Not so much. We'll take half an ounce or about 15 milliliters of this charred oak and maple syrup. Just gonna add, you guessed it, notes of char and maple. The char, I like the idea of, because it's gonna kind of add back those charred notes that I kind of wish I had if I made this bacon-infused bourbon the way that I would want to, at least thinking about it in this moment right now, and not just put grease oil inside of the thing. Because that's what I would be doing. Put this back in my fridge. Nice and cool. Nice and cool syrups. It'll keep for, hopefully, a bit longer than it is right now. Now, we need to add, oh, go back. Our Maraschino Cherry Juice. I use this stuff. Because I do have some homemade Maraschino Cherry moonshine that has been sitting in, but I want the juice in this case. That's what we're going with. Have you used the cocktail smoking kit yet? This seems like a great match for it. Flavor-wise, I haven't yet. I have not used it yet, Annie. We need 3 drops. We need 3 drops of this. Drops, you say? We need drops. I got a pipette thing over here. It's got my saline solution in it, though. But it calls for drops of this stuff. I'm just gonna add a bar spoon. I don't really know how. I didn't really plan on how to do drops. So I'll take, like, a skim 2 bar spoons of this Maraschino Cherry Juice. Just a little bit of it. I don't really think we need much in there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. I don't need any more than that. Are those the moonshine cherries? These ones aren't the moonshine cherries. These are just regular ones from Giant. This one specifically calls for the Maraschino Cherry Juice, not the liquor. So I opted for otherwise this time. I'll put this off to the side because that'll become of our garnish later. We've got all of our liquid ingredients, so now we're just gonna start stirring this thing. Just stir it for a comfortable amount of time. Like 30 seconds or so. Takes a while. But I do like the idea of using the cocktail smoker on this. I think the, I actually have the kit over here. I can't stir very well with my left hand, so excuse me. This cocktail smoking kit I got for, I think, Christmas like almost 2 years ago. I'm not gonna use it this time. I don't wanna throw things off, not this time. But it comes with cherry bark chips. It comes with apple chips, and this is what it looks like. This is what this thing looks like. Essentially, all you do is you put it on top of your glass, put your little things inside of it, and you just kind of shoot it with a little thingy. It also comes with this thing too. Look at this thing. I have no idea what this thing is. I have no idea. But Will says that their girlfriend came up with a Legend of Zelda drink that you should try to make. Oh, please do share! I love ideas. Is it from any particular Zelda game? Because I have something that I'm trying to work on from a Zelda game that I'm not really at liberty to share yet. All right, this is plenty of stirred. It was plenty stirred. Now we're gonna take this and strain it. Ooh, this is, ooh. Wowza. I got a coupe glass. It's hanging over here. Let's go in and strain this. A little julep strainer. Put it over top. Give it a strain. It is very, very red. That is a very, very red bourbon cocktail. No kidding. Very good. Very good indeed. All right. Now we want to strain this with 2 skewered cherries. Grab a little bamboo skewers over here. Take the assistance of my trident spoon and go over some cherries. The Chateau Romani is what it's called, says Willpower, from Majora's Mask. Ooh. You know, I got a book in the Bar with an X's library with an X. New X's around here. Oh, I lost one of the cherries. That's called Geeky Cocktails by the geeky chef, the geeky bartender. It's called the Geeky Bartender. And it does have a Romani, I think a Lon milk recipe in there. We're just gonna drop our cherries in the inside of this. Just like that. We'll do a little cleanup over here before we go in for the kill, so to speak. Going for the kiss. It's a daddy dating time. It's Valentine's Day time. We're going in for the kiss. Willpower made a version of it, but will sound gross if I tell it. Sound gross? No. Please, don't feel that way. In my humble opinion, whatever you have, if you like it, if somebody calls it gross, then the person who called it gross is an asshole, and there's no point in talking to them about that. whatever you like, if that's in the glass, feel free to share it. I'm not going to judge you based on what your tastes are, because I know your tastes are going to be at least 120% different than my own tastes. And who am I to judge you for your mouth? I haven't licked ice cream with your tongue. And so who am I to try to judge you on it? This thing is weird. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was good though, but it was good. Well, I'm happy to hear that at least. If you would like to, don't feel pressured to share the recipe if you're not comfortable to, but if you'd like to, I'm totally open to it. I will not judge you for it, but I can't quite say the same about everybody else. There are some odd cocktail snobs out there. So we have our Fatty Daddy cocktail, garnished with a couple of cherries, stirred and strained. We have our bacon wash, but this is modified. I modified it from the original. But there is some bacon wash bourbon in there, some ruby port in there, charred oak and maple syrup, and a little bit of maraschino cherry juice. Go for it. It's very dry. It is very, very dry. How does the husky father taste? Is that what we're calling it? The Fatty Daddy, the husky father? It's not bad, actually. It is rather sweet. I think there is a lot of sweetness coming in from the charred oak and maple syrup. Charred oak and maple bitters. I get confused because I have maple bark. Oh, what is it? I have maple bark, no, it's, what is it called? Cherry bark vanilla bitters and charred oak and maple syrup. So I get myself confused, but it tastes very nice. It's got a lovely sweetness to it. Prominently, that maple syrup, the charred oak maple syrup, really it does bolster those bacon flavors from the bourbon. It is vanilla-esque, it is sweet, it's got a hint of the cherry note to it from those maraschino cherry juice. It's almost cordial-like, but it has a teensy bitterness that I think is coming from the more charred oak notes of that syrup. This is delightful. And it's very spirit forward too, but the way that it's been chilled and the way that it's been mixed with everything else is very, very pleasant. It's got an odd aftertaste though, but that's more than likely because of the maraschino cherry juice. A lot of that stuff is it's fake as shit. It's got a bunch of red 40 and stuff in it. We made our own, not with bourbon, not with the moonshine, because it'd be really, really boozy. That'll probably taste better, at least for me, on the back end of things. Everything else is absolutely delicious about it. This is very, very sweet. For me, though, the aftertaste can sometimes get a little bit bothersome. Like I get like some Starbucks drinks just taste wonderful, but when you go down, you put your cup down and you wait for the next sip, the flavor in your mouth is like, it's disgusting. It's bad. So what it makes you want to do is take another sip. And when you take more sips, because the aftertaste doesn't taste good, you're gone through your coffee or your drink already, and you can just order another one. I think it's just a ploy to make you buy more drinks from Starbucks. I think it's ugh, it's whatever. Oh. Willpower says milk, Coca-Cola, and Bailey's. Oh, Will, were you here? Were you here last week? Were you here last week when we made? I ran out of it already. I already ran out of it, but you can take Coca-Cola and cream or milk and put them together and let that curdle and then strain it out, and the Coca-Cola becomes totally clear. And that is a totally valid thing. Now, I'm not going to assume that you did strain that first or otherwise. If that's how you take it together, then that's great. There is unironically, a delicious drink that I was taught by fellow mixologist and bartender Larix, Laricina, I think is how they pronounce it. And it is Pepsi plus milk. It's called Pilk. And you can make, what was it? Pegnog. Pilk Pepsi eggnog. And it actually tastes delicious. So you just gotta keep things chilled, stir it up a bit, and it's delicious. Somehow, like, the flavor of sweet carbonation and milk go well together. So, in my opinion, it sounds pretty good. But a less adventurous person would likely feel otherwise. So, as I'm sipping through this a little bit more, I am getting like a sort of savory chocolate. It's like savory chocolate. It must be more like cherry vanilla rather than cherry chocolate, because there's really nothing chocolate in there. So I'm guessing that's that maple flavor that I'm feeling. It's like a cherry maple vanilla with a boozy kick to it to round things off. It's very tasty. It's very tasty, albeit rather sweet, and the aftertaste is odd. But aside from that, this is our Fatty Daddy. I don't really know why. I think the reason behind the Fatty Daddy name is, I guess if you use the bacon and you use the bacon fat, it has fat in it. You use the fat to fat wash whatever you have. But the fat wash wasn't in the original recipe, I don't think. But if y'all wanna check it out yourself, the link is up there. Use sips, and I'll put it in the chat for you, or just copy and paste it with your eyes, or otherwise. So that is our cocktail, at least for the day, as we move into our playthrough of Dream Daddy. It's great. I don't even have to go back to my desk now. I can just move my keyboard over here, move my microphone a little bit closer, and just here we go. We're back to it. There we go. We're back here already. This is great. Oh, and I love this. I found a tea candle holder that we got after our wedding, and it's freaking. This is supposed to be like this, and you put a little tea candle on the inside of it. But if you place it ever so carefully here, you can kind of see the coaster. Check this out. I felt so smart when I did this. I put the cocktail on top of it. So now, when we say we'll be tasting the cocktail throughout the rest of the stream, it's just right there. And I can just go in for like a... If this had a straw to it, I could just like sip it, but... That's great. I love this. I was very, very happy with this. In any case, let's play some Dream Daddy. Let's date some dads. What is that you asked here? I'm happy about what? I have a cocktail. It's the Fatty Daddy. It tastes like chocolate, a little bit of oak. You can taste it. It's kind of sweet. It does have a sweetness to it. I don't think you'll like it. It's very spirit forward, and it has bourbon. Thoughts? It's got bourbon. That's true. That's true. It's like smoke. It's got the smoky bourbon in it. It's like smoke. I could see that. I could say that. Charred oak and maple syrup was used in that.
I tried it.
And we applaud you for that. You didn't have to, but you did. You did.
Well, I have to try everything at least once.
I like that mentality.
When I forget it, I'm supposed to try it again, so...
I like that mentality. Open yourself up to new opportunities. Try some milk and Coca-Cola together with a bit of Bailey's. Sounds great. Sometimes, in some cases. Depends on how much Coca-Cola you use, but yeah. Sounds delicious to me. All right, let's get into it. This is Dream Daddy, Dad Rector's Cut. It's about dating dads, and there are various different dads to play. You might have noticed that there's been dad tips just floating across the screen for the past almost 20 minutes or so. Plenty of tips. I think my favorite one I've seen so far, which I try to remind myself of, is to not use silverware on non-stick equipment, because it's got like Teflon or stuff on it. You scrape it up, it's gonna get in your food and like cancer you or something. So we're starting this off fresh here. I did play this once with my dearest over like a year and a half ago, but we didn't really get very far with it. So we're starting fresh and new here. Starting off on the very beginning. Dad, wake up! Pretend to be dead. I'm gonna pretend to be dead. I let my tongue roll out of my mouth and stop breathing completely. Amanda shakes me. Come on, Dad, this hasn't worked on me since I was 6. I'm sorry, Amanda, this is the end for me. Dad, I swear to God. Amanda, I bequeath to you all of my earthly possessions. Spread my ashes over my recliner. Okay, well, your corpse better get into the moving van because it's leaving soon. I finally open my eyes, sit up. I'm lying in the middle of the living room, spooning a moving box. Yawn! Papa stretch. Morning, Manda Panda. Yikes! Dad breath. We're almost about to make our own dad. I'm gonna make myself into a father without sexual intercourse to make it happen. Look at this beauty! This is I so far. Now, do we go for, like, what I view myself to be in my fatherly years? Or what I believe myself to be now? Question number 1. Do they have bow tie? Do they have a vest? Is there a vest anywhere? Okay. No vest, but we got this stuff going on here. Like that, no, there's no plaid. I'm between arcade floor stylish and goth kitty stylish. Or just egg nipple. It's just egg nipples. Make the daddy of your dreams a total dilf. Daddy of my dreams, cause it's called Dream Daddy. I gotta go for...
Can you be shirtless?
Can I be shirtless? No, you can wear like wife beaters and stuff. Underoos, the plain white tee. The little burgie. The Aaron clothes. Or the Danny clothes. You just be Daniel Sexpan. This is a Game Grumps game, by the way. I got my little Game Grumps live pin, which I now realize is upside down.
Did you seriously?
I put it on upside down. I'll take it. Wife beater daddy. I gotta go for the stylish one here, life. Actually, I want the kitty. I want the kitty. My body is ready, but what kind of ready? Can we really tell them? Oh, there's a thick one. I'm scrawny, but I'm not that scrawny. Slim binder. Oh, they got the binder. They got the binder for those who have transitioned. It's very, very nice. I have not a transitioned one, so I will keep with the top options here. But I could rock a binder. I've never worn one before, but I have tried on one of Anna's bandeaus before, which is not a binder, but it like wraps around. What would you describe a bandoo as being?
You have put on my compression bra.
I've put on the compression bra before?
You tried, and so did Pepper. Both of you failed horribly.
It's
you
close
fit
enough.
into it better.
It's close enough.
Pepper, like,
I'm a thin guy. I'm a thin guy. My head's... I'd say my head is... Aren't binders for trans men? Yes, they can be. But I guess there's nobody stopping a cis man from wearing one too.
I mean, I have a binder.
To be fair, I feel like if my pecs and moobs, one or the other, definitely not both, get too large one day, might be the move. I'm not chiseled.
Cosplay, so.
I have an oval head. A round head? What's this head? I like the idea of an oval head. We'll just go with that. I'm gonna just breeze right through this. I just want hair that looks like mine. Aaron. This feels curlsy. I got curls.
That looks pretty good.
I don't have dreads. No dreads.
You don't want the pompadour?
Fix things side part. Oh, the side part. Or like a Goku hair. Space Warrior. Swoopy? Am I swoopy or?
He's actually pretty close.
I feel like I got the it does have the wings. Hashtag free the binders. Anybody can wear a binder. Anything's a binder if you're brave enough. I one time put cardboard over my entire body. It wasn't really a binder of any sorts, but I couldn't catch myself with my hands. Fell in my parents' driveway and got a concussion. It was a time machine, and I woke up 8 hours in the future. Because amnesia. Let's go with the curls. Let's go with the curls. These are the curls. No, I don't like that. I'm going with these ones. No, it's this one. Swoop! The swoopy. Oh, and I gotta change my color, too. I have chocolate hair. Shadow? Oh, no. No, I don't want the shadow.
What hair?
And I realized that I forgot to change my skin color. I'm white. But I'm not the whitest person I've ever seen.
Sicilian?
My mother likes to tell me I have the Sicilian glow, and I don't really know what that means. I just do notice that I am at least a skin tone darker than Anna is. So I will go whatever's the penultimate white.
I'm considered skin tone like around the 10.
I believe you. I believe
It's
you.
not actually the palest you could be, which is shocking.
That father is screaming Camex. Is it because it's staring you right in the face with the discerning wide eyes? How does that look when they're like blue? I do not have blue. That is terrifying. I have brown eyes.
That looks terrifying.
That is terrifying. I don't want to terrify my everybody. Droopy? No. Where's the... I mean, to be fair,
That one's accurate.
that's the way that I see my eyes to be. Salty? Slick? Shiny. This is what it is. I'm always looking at you. I like the, the big shoujo eyes. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful eyes. Can I change the size of my eyes? No, that's just how they are. The beautiful, beautiful profile there.
Well, you could probably change the,
No! The eyes are beautiful!
the, eyebrows.
My eyebrows can change. My brows? I don't have bushy eyebrows. Oh my goodness.
See, because that one lightens it up.
Oh my goodness.
I love that one.
It's so cute. But I think these are more my eyes.
But
I don't know. I got brown hair. I got brown everywhere. It's all brown everywhere. The skin tone eyebrows make you look like a Giovanni from Pokemon. You mean the Mona Lisa. No, you mean... Name a conventionally attractive man. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
No. You want to go Captain.
Okay, specifically Iron Man 3.
No.
I don't want to be Captain America. No, I'm not a Hemsworth kind of guy. Bushy nose.
Give me Tom Holland.
Hawk nose? No. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm snubby. I got the snub. Cameron! It's Cameron! Yeah, that's me with the X. Mouth? Mouth? Mm. Oh my goodness, my lips are beautiful. You know what? I'm picking this one only because if my mother were watching, she'd remind me that they spent a lot of money on that smile and that I better damn well use it. So that's all I'll do. You, sir, are a beautiful, devilishly handsome man. Is it the mouth or is it the eyes? Could it possibly be a combination of both? I don't have facial hair. I'm a clean-shaven man. I like that. Glasses? I don't wear glasses. But if I did... Well, Well, actually, so because I've switched around my angles, I use this desk for work now when I'm at home. And I do, when I wear glasses, these are the glasses I wear. That's kind of like, it's vaguely like this one. Brows look so angry. Harsh. Harsh, dude. Where are my piercings? I have pierced ears. Where's my pierces? It's just the ears. No piercings? But I got them on my... Yeah, dude. I want it to be silver, just like the ones I have now. Mine are shaped like triangles, though. I still haven't gone for the follow-up where my piercer gets to tell me I can take these things out yet, so they don't come out yet. Look at me! I'm a looking good daddy! I am Cameron. With an X. Mr. Sir Doctor with Anx.
Be that dad.
I am that dad. You're the dad I'm looking for. Are you a hot dad who does or had children? I'm open for a dad to date in my life, not a wife. I have one of those. Not a boyfriend. I have one of those.
What? Oh, yeah.
I technically have an opening for a girlfriend now. But I don't got any DILFs in my life yet. Did you fall asleep packing, Mr. Dr. Professor with an X? Those eyes. Oh my god. I got most of it done, I think. Searching around the room, it looks like I did a pretty good job. Every box is sealed except for one. Wait! Straggler. What's in it? Looking into the box, I see a bunch of old photos in little photo albums. Whoa! I haven't seen these in years. I pull out one of the dusty albums from the top of the pile and we begin looking through it. That's the coolest baby I've ever seen. The only way your mother and I... Let's just say the canon of this world was Anna's dead. The only way your mother and I could get you to stop crying was to put the sunglasses on you. Just like her. But whenever we tried to take them off, you'd start crying again. You spent the first 2 years of your life with sunglasses on. Nice. Halloween, when you were maybe 4? Oh my god, that dragon costume! You couldn't decide between being a princess or a dragon, so you went with both. Princess Dragon. Why do I remember crying in the dragon costume? You saw yourself in the mirror and realized you were afraid of dragons. Seeing yourself inside the dragon's mouth was a realization of your greatest fear. At least, I think so. Right, yep. Definitely repressed that memory. And this was when you were in your horse phase. Dad! I believe you named that plush horse Sir Horsington the Brave. I don't think that was his... Amanda lunges for the photo, but I quickly snatch it away and hold it above her head with my superior dad arms, which are still as flaky and boneless as my actual arms. Nice try, but this is important blackmail for later down the road. Go ahead and try me. I've seen pictures of you and your ska band. Ouch, kid. Ouch. The Communist Manifesto had a chance back in the day. I look off into the distance and reminisce about that red horn section. Except it was a trumpet, I think. Hey, it's Emma P! No, Dad. That's Emma R. I didn't meet Emma P until high school. Honey, I promise you wholeheartedly that I will never stop mixing those two up. And sometimes I do it on purpose. Dad, Emma R is one of my best friends since I was 7. Give it, like, a little bit of effort. Oh, right. Emma P. The one who... pooped her pants during a sleepover. Dad, that was me. I did that. Oh. And I was having a sleepover with Emma R, who isn't Emma P. She never told anyone, though. True blue. That's Emma R. Anyway, I gotta show this to Emma R. Later, she'll get a kick out of it. The first photography award you ever won. Yeah, I got us a $20 gift card to McFriday's. And then you got food poisoning from the cheesy tostada blasts. I think you mean food poisoning. You know, with an X.
Ugh.
Dad. Still can't drive past McFriday's without gagging. Still proud of you, though. Very proud. Amanda reaches down to the box and pulls out one last photo. Little Abe saying that a baby appears on screen. I want one of babies. Little Abe. What are you talking about? Babies out there? Y'all can have as many babies as you want to. I'm apparently only allowed 2. Neither of and at least in this canon, I only got 1. Neither of us say a word. We stare at the photo for a long moment. and I finally decide to break the silence. It was the day you were born. It's kind of a funny story. We got into a car accident right there in the hospital parking lot. Was not anything big, just a fender bender. But of course, I was freaking out, and the little old lady who crashed into us was also freaking out, and I didn't know what to do. But your mother... Oh, man. She holds my hands and looks me directly in the eyes, the calmest I've ever seen her, and she says, "It's okay. It's gonna be okay." Ellipses. She was right, you know. Yeah. Only allowed 2, little Abe. Those are rookie numbers. I know people that had 5 by the time they graduated high school. Nobody personally. It was just a story I heard the other day. That's bragging numbers, though. That's for bragging rights. I stare at the picture for longer. Maybe too long. I miss her. I do miss Anna. Can't even imagine what it must be like for Amanda. She pats me on the back. Come on, Pops. We gotta finish packing. The moving van won't wait forever. You're right. I don't know how I could come back from that so quickly. Amanda and I pile into the car and take one last look at the old house. So many memories here. Hard to believe your mother and I bought this place almost 20 years ago. To the day! Hey, remember when I shattered the front window playing catch? You always had very strong arms. Hey, remember when I shattered the other front window pretending to be a robot who breaks windows? You were a very imaginative child. Hey, remember when I broke the back window We get it, Amanda. You break stuff. And there'll be plenty more stuff for me to break in the new place. Memories to make, stuff to break. You ready? Sit in silence for just a moment. I watched my daughter grow up in this house. It will be forever hold a place in my heart, but it stings a little bit to leave it behind. I'm ready. The moving van begins to pull away, and we get the car into position to follow it. I watch our house, our old house, disappear in the rearview mirror. So what? So, sell me on our cool new pad. Cheesy announcer voice time. Nestled in beautiful scenic downtown Maple Bay, our new house features a 2-car garage. That's right, you heard me. A big garage, big enough for not 1, but 2 whole cars. Not 3, that is outright. As well as room for all of my very important dad tools, like my jigsaw, my other jigsaw, my monkey wrench, and monkey wrench number 2. And my motorcycle. Definitely my motorcycle. My sick hog. The old steep pony, that's what they call it. Dad's little motor velocipede. Dad. The 2-wheeled transportation station. Dad! I have never ridden a motorcycle in my life. And to be honest, actually kind of afraid of. Anyway, it's also smaller than our last house, which is just fine. Cozier, one might argue. Good spin! I like that. Yeah. Good head on you, kid. I think it's great. We won't be closer to a lot of cool stuff that we can walk to, so I don't have to, waste gas. Trying to park downtown is so wasteful. Amanda, you know you're gonna have to learn how to parallel park at some point, right? Not gonna happen, Pops. Not gonna happen. I think someone needs to do a 3-point turn on their attitude. K-turn! I was like, K, Dad. I don't know how to do that either. Have you met the neighbors yet? Not yet, but the neighborhood seems pretty quiet. So you won't have to chase any rowdy teens off your lawn. You are the very teen you mock when you say that, honey. I'm in my last year of high school. I'm practically dust. I'm withering away as we speak. Yeah. You're real. Real as they come. Don't you dare! Senior. Dad, I know where this is going. Citizen. I'm just gonna ignore that. But I won't forget it. So what's item number 1 on the new house agenda? Well, first we need to forge a path through the solid wall of boxes that's currently blocking the living room. I still have to install the washer and dryer, and we need to go grocery shopping. Pops, cool your jets. You have to promise me that we're not gonna take a break and explore the neighborhood. Okay, you're right. Get some work done, and then we'll check the area. And off we go to the new house. It's beautiful. Looks just like my real house. This house. The house behind me. Little Eb says you sounded like the tuna from Bikini Bottom News. She's got that she gets that senior discount! Get it? It reminds me of me trying to get the student discount for my girlfriend at the time, Anna. for her not being the school student, but presenting her other university ID on the Drexel campus food place. And they were like, it said students gift count. And they're like, you have to be a student here. I was like, you suck. Pulling up to the new house and step outside. The lawn is freshly mown and the for sale sign is still in the yard. Hi-ya! And with a swift kick from Amanda, the for sale sign is no more. Nice form, Sweet Pea. I got a problem with authority! I'm so proud. Man, all that karate choppering tuckered me out. I could really go for a sandwich. An ice cream sandwich. Sweetie, it's 10 a.m. Need some coffee first. Gotta get my hands on a nice hot cup of old bean juice, or I'm gonna be useless all day. I think we passed the coffee shop on the way here. Maybe we could check that out. Let's do it! Oh, this is where we meet a dad for the first time. And I think it's the coffee shop guy. I cannot remember his name. We walk down the street to the Coffee Spoon. Cute little place on the corner. Man, this is in such a convenient walking distance from our place. I mean, I guess. What's wrong? Why would I go somewhere else and drink coffee on a couch when I could just drink better coffee at home on my own couch and not have to make awkward eye contact with other people? At least when I'm home, some random guy isn't gonna come up and sit on the recliner next to me, and I won't feel, like, a little weird about it, because technically he's not sitting at my table. He's very much within my personal zone. Capital P, capital X. Dad. And what's the etiquette when you have a dirty mug? Like, seriously, is there a bin? Do you go set it up on the counter because you don't know where else to put it? Or do you, like, leave it there and feel your face flush hot with shame as you consider the possibility that there is, in fact, a bin somewhere just out of sight, and now you're just that jerk who left their mug on the table? Dad, you just afraid to meet new people? Yes, Amanda. I have anxiety. It says so in my medical records. We walk inside nonetheless. I think that's Matt. I think his name is Matt. The inside of the coffee shop is incredibly warm and inviting. Vinyl records line the walls, and patrons lounge around on well-worn-in couches. Some cool tunes spin on a record player next to a little stage. Welcome to the Coffee Spoon, guys. How's it going? What's with the name? Oh, it's kind of dumb. Gets mentioned in this poem I like, and I thought it was a good idea at the time, and I suppose now it's still a good idea because, like, the business is still running. But people ask me that question all the time, and I give the same answer every time, and now I'm standing here rambling, and I'm sure we're all getting more and more comfortable the more I keep talking, but man, we're in it now, and I just cannot stop. So, what'll it be? I scan the chalkboard menu and immediately feel overwhelmed. And it says right there under breakfast and lunch that Annie just figured out how to use a Prime sub. What is a Prime sub? Oh, Annie, thank you. 3 months with the Prime? I just used my Prime sub today. Went to some drinky dude on the internet who teaches me things. Actually, for anybody who's doing like cocktail stuff out there, Greg from How to Drink streams on Twitch every once in a while, and he's been streaming the filming of his episodes. So I've been learning a thing or two about camera and video stuff. It's been very good, but thank you so much, Annie. Your support allows me to not spend all of my money on the stuff that we do here. I only spent $100 on this microphone. It was secondhand. No, the monitor. It was secondhand from a friend. How'd we do it? I'll have, can I, Godspeed, you black coffee! The classic. I don't get it. Oh, it's just a pun. Godspeed, you. Black Emperor is a really amazing and influential progressive rock band known for their sweeping soundscapes. Yeah. I'm doing the thing again. But, come right up. And for you? I'll have a macchiato DeMarco, please. Coming right up. Do you want that in small, medium, or biggie smalls? Medium. Wait, is biggie smalls big or small? I should change that, shouldn't I? Matt sets out to make our drinks, and Amanda and I take a seat on one of the couches. But Steele, let the man make his puns. They're cooler bands than you listen to anyway. Hey, Scott was cool once. The couch is actually pretty comfy. Maybe not comfier than our couch, but it's all right. Good lumbar support. You sink right into it. Dude, the Fatty Daddy, it actually just like tastes like chocolate now. And I don't know why, because there's not a single chocolate ingredient. I wonder if it's the way that the ruby port is playing around with those cherry notes. It's wild. Guess he used money to sub because the Prime sub was already taken. Elon Musk? I just threw a random name out there. I see what you're doing there. Okay, this couch is indeed comfier than my couch because my couch was gotten free from somewhere in New Jersey. And it still sucks. Amanda nudges me. This place is right next to our house, and that guy seems not only cool, but also just as uncomfortable with talking to other people as you are. You should totally become friends with him. I don't know. Come on, what we say about meeting new people? I can't meet new people if I always stay inside and also don't go outside and also don't talk to people. That's how you meet people. Talking to people. See? We're making progress. Matt sets our drinks down at our table, and I immediately burn the roof of my mouth. As I actually do that. Good one. Hi, we're new in the neighborhood. I'm Amanda, and this is my dad, Cameron.
Hey.
Go right on. Pleased to meet you both.
Oh.
You would come by when my daughter's hanging around the shop. You two might get along. Yeah, I'm sure we'll maybe come in from time to time. Amanda kicks my leg from underneath the table. I'm sure we'll be in here a lot, much more often than I previously had been mentioned. You know what? Let me get you guys' opinion on something. Matt goes into the back and comes out with a fresh plate of something that smells absolutely amazing. Friends don't want to put their dick in their friends that... Annie, what are you... That's a pretty important part of dating, no? For arrow people, at least. What the no... Where did that come from? I know what's on Annie's mind, apparently. And it's apparently not the banana bread. I'm working on a new banana bread recipe, and I need help coming up with a name for it. Well, I think we're gonna have to taste test it first so we can get the full flavor profile of, you know, and really appreciate the flavor sensations of... Amanda knows the game. Yeah, we need to get that nana bread a taste if you want us doing free creative labor. I think that would be commensurate with the... It's harder, well, we've trained for this day. I was just gonna give you guys free banana bread anyway. You're cool. Right! Yes! That. Matt serves us each a piece. Amanda and I happily chow down. This is amazing!
Hey,
Thanks. Secret ingredient is bananas. So, any ideas? I'm stumped. Well, I think I might only be able to give you dad band puns, but I'll give it a shot. I was told specifically by Amy Chow not to choose the Grateful Banana Bread. So I'm gonna go with the Banana Bread Kennedys. You know, like the punk game band? Like, you know? Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. See, the real problem, Annie says, thought the stream was going to be more like the Ice Planet Barbarian stream. That reminds me, I really need to set up another community event and buy the entire series of Ice Planet Barbarians to try to get banned on Twitch again. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody soon. Wednesday, we'll actually be streaming on Valentine's Day. Anna and I are doing our celebrations the day after.
hey.
Like you said, you only do dad band puns. I'm a hard dad.
Huh?
Absolutely erect. Actually, has a nice ring to it. Really?
Hey.
Yeah. Banana Bread Kennedys. Strong decisions. It's art, baby.
Hey.
I wanted to say baby because I thought it would sound cool, but once I realized I said just that, and that it just doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth, and maybe I should just leave the baby to the professionals. And it's like an endearing term to call somebody else baby, and I basically just met you, but alas, here's I'm rambling again.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy your coffee. Thanks, baby. Little A probably won't be here until at least late in the stream Wednesday, so gotta say it now. Oh, absolutely. Just in case, no problem. You're not under any pressure to pop into the stream at all because whether you come here or not, I'm gonna keep doing it anyways. And that's a message for everybody. See? Sounds good when you say it. Baby. Across the way, a man catches my eye. He sits by himself, brooding over a cup of coffee. Our eyes meet for just a moment. I hastily look away, hoping he didn't catch me staring. Who is that guy? Even your daughter's drawn chopped, like... We finish up our drinks, and we head on out. Thanks for stopping in. Take care! Okay, now that we're full of caffeine, where to? I mean, we should unpack, but why not go out and get fresh air? If we go out and do things where other people might be seen, we could potentially talk to other daddies. Hot dads in our area. Time to soak up all that vitamin D. Make our bones nice and strong. Yeah, our skeletons are gonna get so strong, they're gonna hop right out of our bodies and crush cars with their bony fingers. Amanda, I already have an irrational fear that my skeleton will one day escape this flesh sack and run amok. Please don't encourage it. Does anybody else out there feel like their skin is just a prison? You have to, like, stretch and escape from? Just me, right? Sorry. Well, to the park. Here we go. First is the worst, second is the best. I couldn't read the rest of it. Amanda and I begin a stroll through the neighborhood. I can't believe how beautiful it is outside. My goodness, 8 o'clock p.m. in Philadelphia just looks beautiful. Kids are playing in the street. Flowers are in bloom. The faint smell of weed can be smelled through the air. Place is nice. Too nice. I don't trust it. Good eye, honey. You can never be too careful. See that baby in that stroller over there? Government operative. The pigeons? Government operatives. The sewer grates? Hiding government operatives. We're on to you, baby. Sewer grates. Pigeons. We walk for a while and eventually end up in a small park. Toddlers chase each other through the playground, and dogs of all shapes and sizes romp through the grass. It's pretty crowded. But Amanda spots a nice empty bench. We start to make our way over to it when... Heads up! Oh, my face! Such pain can be mellowed with alcohol. A frisbee suddenly hits me in the face. A corgi with a nice, neat plaid handkerchief tied around its neck bounds up to me, wagging its tail. Did you throw this thing at my head? Bark! He runs around in a circle and nudges my leg with his nose. Oh god, this is the cutest dog. Impart upon me your wisdom, tiny dog. Oof. How long do I have left? What's that? I'm already too late. My fate was predetermined for me long ago. I have no real agency in this cruel timeline. You're right. I'm the master of my domain. Your fate is truly unknowable. Thank you, wise dog. You definitely could have caught that. A guy in a Hawaiian shirt jogs over to us and takes the frisbee from me. You know, frisbees are traditionally caught with your hands, not your face. It's a new technique. It's like disc golf, but the goal is my face. Looks like you're winning. I'm just messing with you. I'm Brian, by the way. I'm Cameron. And this is my daughter, Amanda. I look over at Amanda, only to find her sitting on the ground, rubbing the dog's tummy. Hi. Your dog's cool. Oh, Maxwell sure loves the attention. It's great to see another father and daughter out here on such a sunny day. Where's yours? Brian gestures over to the grassy knoll where a young girl sits on a checkered blanket. She's reading a book bigger than her head. She puts it down and heads over to us. Why does Brian look familiar? How about I catch your... What Annie meant to say was cocktail. Get it? This is Daisy. She's reading the brothers Karamazov. Her teacher tells me she's the reading comprehension skills of a high schooler. How old is she? 10! She's a precocious little youngster. Whoa. My natural dad instinct kicks in. I must brag about my child's accomplishments! Oh no, it's happening. Go on, Daisy, tell them about yourself! That's my girl! Amanda, get in there! Okay. My HP is 80. Oh, it's 80 against 80. Let's get him, dude. Duchster. Item, do I have any items? A grade card? Dude, is my grade card good, though? Pikachu, I choose your spelling bee photo when he was at the spelling bee. Fumbling through my phone's browser, you managed to pull up a photo of Amanda winning her 10th grade spelling bee. Ooh, MK Bryce says capture the dad. I'm gonna put them in my balls and use them to fight other daughters. Or something significantly more appropriate than that. This is literally how it feels when I'm with my mom sometimes, says Annie. Wow, congratulations, Amanda. Daisy's getting prepared for her annual spelling bee right now. Hopefully this will be her 3rd win in a row. Ow, yikes. I lost 5. Hup. Daisy just started her weekly chess club at her elementary school computer lab. She's the president too. Of course. Of course she is. Dang, my high school doesn't have a chess club or a computer lab. I had 10 of them, jeez. Well, this is not working out well. I'll just brag about my daughter, because she's incredibly awesome. Or maybe I just ask my daughter to just defend herself. Can't switch daughters. Amanda is my one and only daughter. That does make a lot of sense. All right, I'll brag. Amanda here just recently won a local photography award. Wow, congratulations. Yes. Daisy actually just won a statewide poetry contest. Go ahead, show it, honey. Ow, dude. Your words hurt me more than everything else so far. Do I use another item? Is Amanda smart? I want to say that she's smart. Ooh, art from a child. You put the bat in your balls, says Annie. Hot. Actually, it is quite warm. You see, the testicles are specifically designed to stay cool, but they're usually kind of hot all the time. At least from my personal experience. You unfurl your wallet to reveal a tiny copy of a drawing of a cornucopia Amanda did in 1st grade. I hope it does not have apples on the base of it. Cute! It isn't very impressive, but Amanda genuinely appreciates you holding onto it. Fuck you, Brian. I get 20 HP back. Daisy sold enough candy bars this year to get the top prize. A canoe! We're taking it out next weekend. How's that even possible? Amanda could barely get one of those sticky hand things. The little things that were like... I actually had one of those, and I threw it on our ceiling. It's not there anymore, when it fell, Anna tossed it. Because she's the responsible one. That was crazy. I'll brag a bit. Last week, unprompted, Amanda helped an old woman with her grocery bags. It's extra powerful! It loses 10 haps! Did I mention Daisy said her first word at 10 months? Daddy. Amanda's was potty, still cute, but maybe this isn't the time to bring that up. Not at a time like this. I lose my heps. This is a visualization of vicious mockery. This is exactly what this is. Everything's a D&D reference. Oh my god. Do we... What's the band-aid gonna do? Oh, maybe I heal myself. I'm at 40 now, right? With a flourish, you produce a band-aid from your pocket. Take a knee and start to apply it to Amanda's arm. What are you doing? Dad? Being a protective parent. Anyone would agree, it is an unusual gesture. What? Daisy here has all of her adult teeth. Never had a cavity either. Amanda self-consciously pushes her lips together to hide her teeth. It's extra powerful, and I lose 20 HP. I am not doing well. The grade card? You pull a wrinkled copy of Amanda's last grade card out of your back pockets. Dad! Oh no. Awesome grades! Brian loses 25 HP. Yes! I knew my daughter was smart in the conventional and common core sense of the word. You really carry that around everywhere? Ouch. Maybe it is kind of weird. I lose a little bit on the outside. Words aren't all Daisy's good at. By the way, her math is amazing. Check it out here. Come on, daughter. What's 2 plus 2? One time I actually called her to double check my numbers before I made a cut for a support bee. I was chastised for it. You did it more than once, Dad. I do it often, actually. Doesn't that say more about him than it does about Daisy? Still. I still lose 10 HP. Dang, it's really got us beat. Boy, it's been such a treat getting to meet you two. Ah, did he have to add insult to injury by being such a gracious winner in Terrabang? So I take it you guys are new to the neighborhood. We just moved in. Do you live around here? Yeah, we live in that cul-de-sac down near the coffee shop. What a coincidence. That's where we live too. Small world. Yeah, Daisy and I are in the little ranch-style house on the corner. I know that house. It's just like ours. Slightly bigger, better landscaped, Does this guy have to outdo me at everything? What a lovely place. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Really nice meeting you guys. You'll have to stop by at some point. Yeah, definitely. Bye. Brian and Daisy walk further into the park with Maxwell happily trotting along in tow. He lives down on the Sec. The Suck. The Cordy Suck. Is his cocktail bigger than mine too? I sometimes double my measures. You get the feeling he was trying to one-up us? He did. Trying and succeeding. I can't believe that kid's only 10. What was I even doing at her age? Believe you had a bit of a thing for horses. Shame that didn't pan out. Could have majored in comparative horse studies. It's not too late to minor in horse creative writing. Too close to the truth, Dad. Let us never again speak of the fantastic adventures of Sir Horsington the Brave, an epic in 7 parts by Amanda with an X. We laugh off the horse epic and walk around the park a little bit more, enjoying the day and the company. Nap time? I'd go unpack. I'm a busybody. I like to keep myself busy. We should head home. I'm gonna need 4 hours minimum to figure out how to build my new bed, and I'd like to not have to sleep on the floor tonight. IRL, I'm so good at IKEA furniture. I have all the little tiny tools that comes in the bag, and they're in a Ziploc bag that I keep with the rest of my tools. I get to work unpacking the various boxes around the living room. A couple hours pass, and I get some good work done. The washer-drying unit is both washing and drying. We can actually walk through the living room without tripping over boxes. Move my microphone a little bit so I can actually see the screen in front of me. First visitor already. I walk over to the door and open it. Hello. A handsome, clean-cut man stands at my door brandishing a plate of cookies. Hello?
Wow.
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Joseph. I'm your next-door neighbor. Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Cameron. That is what my name is. I saw the moving van and thought I'd bring over some cookies. My daughter, Christy, wanted me to let you know she baked them herself. Joseph leans in and whispers, but between you and me, she just sprinkled in the chocolate chips.
Good one.
We both share a laugh. Kids, right?
Yeah.
Wow, cookies, huh? So nice to meet you. I'm Amanda. Joseph hands her the plate of cookies with a smile. Brad's is popping in now. Hello, Brad. I have a little glass vase with pretty rocks in it and a bunch of Allen wrenches stuck in it looking like little flowers. Now that's art if I've ever heard it. Art. With an X. It looks like shart. Hi, Brad. Hi, Brad. Hi, Brad. Well, thanks for the cookies. Brad. Amanda disappears with cookies. Amanda, and she's already gone. That's my daughter. Her name is Amanda. She is quite the charmer. One who charms. Daughters are tough. Sons are also tough.
Oh.
Children in general are just tough. I hear that. I mean, there'd have to be something wrong with you to try to raise more than 2.
Oh.
I have 4 kids. What have you done? Oh. I mean, I meant... Don't worry. You didn't mean to be rude. Oh, no, this is the first neighbor I've met, and my social life is already in a tailspin. I wonder if it's too late to move again. Yeah. Okay. Is the missus around? No, not anymore. She died.
Okay.
Oh. I'm sorry for your loss. No, it's all right. Wow. This is uncomfortable. Stand there awkwardly, quiet for a moment, acutely aware of how awkward we both just made things. Prominently so. I'm sorry. Can you close the door real quick? I look at Joseph quizzically, but comply. After a second, I hear a knock on the door, opening it, and I see Joseph standing over with a huge smile on his face. Hey, I'm your new neighbor, Joseph. I promised to not talk about your dead spouse this time. I'm throwing a barbecue for the cul-de-sac, and I'd love for you to come by and meet the rest of the neighbors in our community. What do you say, pal? That sounds great. My daughter Amanda and I would love to stop by. Also, 4 kids is a perfectly normal amount of children to have. We shake hands to seal the deal. Well, neighbor, I'll see you at 3 p.m. sharp on Saturday. Sure thing, neighbor. Is that consumption? Oh, I have food over here, actually. Check this out. I'm gonna see if these are edible. I made these tiny little spiral garnishes. They come in little spirally forms, and they smell like Fruit Loops. So I'm gonna break one of them off and see if they're edible. Wow, that is incredibly bitter. Very crunchy, though. That's really bitter. But it does kind of taste like orange. Ow. Mondays are fried dinner days, but good to see you here, too. Ooh, that's great. Noms, you're making it funny. That was almost a perfect recovery, but he still mentioned your dead wife. Can you acknowledge the dead wife without mentioning the dead wife life? I'd have trouble with that, too. Joseph starts walking away and for a second turns around. Hey, in all seriousness, raising a kid on your own can't be easy. Do you ever need to talk about stuff? I'm the youth minister at the church down the street. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't really consider myself a youth.
Wink.
You look pretty young to me, but suit yourself. And with that, Joseph's gone. Out of there. Happy it didn't taste like oranges. Would be afraid if it didn't. True. Oh, he seemed nice. Amanda walks back into the living room, crumbs on her face, and cookie in hand. That Daddy is gonna bring you to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, because that's the Trinity, and threesomes are awesome, so I've been told. That was the smoothest recovery I've ever seen. Oh, the threesome joke, you mean? I should be taking notes. See, you're already fitting in great. Oh, another... Ooh, more consumption. I don't know why, but that fatty daddy over in the corner tastes like chocolate. Where'd those cookies go? I'm thinking of cookies now. And I ate cookies earlier. It was great. They're gone. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, they weren't very good. So you ate all of them anyway? Guess that makes it break time. Any ideas? Joseph probably wants his plate back. Yeah, we just go across the street, I guess. Let me get a bunch of good neighbor points if we bring this back. We're gonna be the best neighbors in this whole cul-de-sac. We're gonna kick all of our other neighbors' butts. With kindness. Kindness. Amanda and I step outside. Shoot, I'm actually not sure which house is his. I'd hazard to guess it's the big one with all the well-groomed blonde children sitting in the yard. Good eye, kid. Good eye. And remember, we need to make a positive first impression here. Keep it light. We walk up to the kids and wave. Hey guys, is your dad around? They all just stare at us. Blankly. Just wanted to, return this really nice plate. Thank you for the cookies. Geez, these are definitely Joseph's kids. They all look exactly like him. They were really good. I mean, I heard they were good. I didn't get to eat any. My daughter ate them all. Well, okay, we're just gonna set this place down on the ground, real gentle, and back away slowly, right, Dad? Right! That's what we're gonna do. Just... The kids' eyes continue to bore into us as we scurry away. I can feel their gaze on me, my back, even as we approach our house. Oh. I need to get something off my mind. Off those carbon copy kids. I need to rest my eyes. I'm going to sleep. You've been awake for what, like 3 hours? And that's 3 hours too many, dear. Let's take a rest. As we're walking home, I hear heavy footsteps come up to us. Cam! Bro! Hey. I turn around and I'm greeted by a familiar face jogging up to us. Craig? Bro. Bro. Oh. Holy. Wow, I haven't seen Craig in forever. I've never seen Craig until this very moment. Bro, it's been too long, dude. Yo, wow, you look great. Yeah. I cleaned up my act. Cleaned up his act. Are you kidding me? He's ripped. Ah! Amanda, this is my friend Craig. We went to college together. We were roommates for a little while, too. Amanda! Amanda! Dude, you probably don't even remember me. You're so big now. Look at those arms. Hello and hello, cute little baby. Oh, thank you. The last time I saw you, I think you were about her size. This is River. Say hi, River. He picks up her tiny wrist, waves it around. River gurgles happily. Are you babysitting? Nah, dude. River's my kid. Man, it has been a long time. Feels like 1 minute we're rolling up to exams with bad hangovers, and the next we're both fathers. Where you been, man? Roommate, says Annie. Bet there was only one bed, though. No, I recall in my fraternity experience there were at least two. Oh. I was working out in California and just relocated the business back to Maple Bay. No kidding! Amanda and I just moved to this side of town. How's Smashley doing?
I don't know.
I mean, Ashley. Ashley is her name. Not Smashley. Not a good way to refer to people. Huh. She actually still goes by Smashley. And yeah, we got divorced last year. Oh, dude. I'm so sorry. Oh. It's old news. We take turns taking care of River, the twins. It's all copacetic. Twins! You have 3 kids? Ain't life something, bro? Right? Keg stand Craig is a father of 3! 3 children. That's more than 1. Keg stand Craig? Oh, yeah. Old college nickname. He got it because he did a lot of keg stands. Hence the name. Keg stand Craig. It's that thing you do where you do a handstand on a keg and drink from the keg. Right. He was very good at it. Ah, bro, I hate to be that guy, but I'm in the middle of my daily jog and really gotta keep my heart rate. Brought River along for, you know, resistance training. You jog daily? I jog yearly and consume things like this cocktail cherry. Next consumption, I'll eat the little stem that comes with it. On January 1st is when I jog, when I promise myself that I'm going to jog daily for the rest of the year, but then give up after 30 minutes. And then I just walk home. Oh. Well, it's never too late to get back to it, dude. You should join me sometime. I don't know. Hey! Come on! Be fun. We can grab breakfast afterwards, catch up. We can do like a bro brunch. Like the good old days. Alright. Sure. Sounds great, actually. Great! Let's get that going soon. I better get moving. Good to see you guys. Krebs gives a little wave, puts his earbuds back in, and jogs off. I can't believe Craig is ripped. And has kids? I'm screaming. Why's that? The Craig I knew is not fit to be responsible for any living thing, including and especially himself. One time I watched him drink an entire jar of marinara sauce for dinner. Amanda, he opened up a new jar of marinara sauce and then he drank it like it was a thing that normal people do. It was unholy. And then I asked him what the hell he was doing. And I quote, "It's basically a smoothie, bro." I mean, technically, he's not wrong. He jogs. He was jogging. He's like a totally different person. Anyway, we better get home. I'll have plenty of time to reflect on how old I feel later. Kids sanding popping in joined. Looks like Mario had a glow up. This is not Mario. This is Dream Daddy. The dad dating sim. The dad rector's cut. Not the dad rectum's cut. That's for off stream. Apparently. Amanda and I flopped down onto the couch. Amanda has to shave some empty boxes out of the way before she can sit. Too bad we're gonna be putting my stuff right back into these boxes in a few months. No, don't say that. Oh, Dad, it's gonna be okay. I'll be fine. I know. It's just, you're my little girl. It's gonna be weird not having you around. I'll come visit. I'll text you every day. And I'll take lots of pictures. I mean, obviously, I'm a photography major. You promise? Of course. You gonna be okay by your lonesome? Come on. I'll be fine. I'll get a dog or something. A dog! Forget art school. I'm staying for the dog. Is that what it's gonna take? Medium-sized dog. Handkerchief around the neck. I get to name it. That's what it'll cost for me to give up on my dreams. I'm a woman of simple wants and needs. Well, a dog is cheaper than college. Yeah. Suddenly, a pile of envelopes just slides through the mail slot. Speaking of college, Amanda darts over to the envelopes and shuffles through them. She pulls one out, throws the rest back on the floor. This is from McGowan College of Art and Design. Open it, open it, open it. But I'm scared. It's just an envelope. Yeah, it's just like my entire future. No big deal. She takes a deep breath and rips open the letter with her teeth. We have a letter opener, but that's just fine. Holding my breath while I watch Amanda's eyes dart back and forth, scanning the letter. What does it say? The admissions committee has reviewed your application, and we say... Her face drops. Regret to inform you that we were unable to offer you admission to McGowan College of Art and Design. Amanda throws the letter on the coffee table. Oh, sweetie. It's okay. I kinda saw it coming. Knew I shouldn't have put that experimental stuff in my portfolio. Their admissions officer told me they just want to see portraits or whatever. Pull Amanda in for a big ol' hug. Come here, Amanda. You're an amazing photographer. I know how much work you put into your portfolio. Some other school is gonna want to snatch you up for sure. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Are you actually fine, or are you just saying that? Because I'm beginning to doubt that. I'm fine. Really. Her face says the opposite, but I probably shouldn't push her on this. Oh, and before I forget, Emma R and Emma P are sleeping over tonight. So... You need me out of the way because I'm painfully uncool? I would choose more delicate phrasing, but yes. Well, I'll have you know that I conveniently already have plans for the night, so you'll have the new place to yourself. Yeah? What are your plans? Quick, think of plans. I am gonna go clubbing. I'm gonna go put on a nice outfit. Just tear up the dance floor. All the hottest dance moves. The lawnmower. The sprinkler. The running man. You know, all the ones the kids these days are doing. Alright. But I'm not gonna come pick you up if you pull anything this time. Not again. I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna go out and watch the game. Nice. Which game? You know, the game. The one that's on tonight. The game. On TV. At somewhere other than here. Okay, cool. While you do that, I'm gonna do drugs and commit some light arson with the Emmas. I'm concerned you're hanging out with the wrong crowd. I would have expected you guys to be up to a white-collar crime at this point. Maybe money laundering, at the very least. I'm a street rat, Pops. You're kidding about the drugs and crime? Right? Yes, Dad. Just making sure. Yeah. Good kid. Have fun with your sports. Are you being sarcastic? No. Making fun of sports is played out. Alrighty then. I do some light cleaning around the house and decide to clear out right before Amanda's friends arrive. Before I leave, Amanda stops me. Hey, don't forget that you have that meeting with my English teacher tomorrow. Oh, right, Mr. Vega. Yep, totally remember that one. I'll be there. Shit. Always try your best at everything. Tip number 86. We're all feeling very sad for Amanda right now, but we could just steal Brian's dog at the end of the day. It's okay, Amanda, you get like 20 of those before you get to the perfect one. 20 failures, right? 20 like college rejection letters. I got like one rejection letter. And that was from MIT. They don't know what they're missing. I got a handful of acceptance letters, and most of the other place just deferred and waitlisted me. And I swear, at least for me, there was nothing more insulting. That like a rejection is fine, like tell me immediately, but don't just say like, we don't know yet. I hated that. I had school to get to. Oh, wow. I guess I really didn't think this plan through. I'm not entirely sure where the closest bar is, and Amanda still hasn't shown me how to use the GPS on my phone, so I'm just gonna pick a direction and walk it. And it was rejected by Penn. That's how you ended up at Drexel. I don't think Drexel was great. I specifically didn't want Penn. And one of the members of my family rejected Penn. They were like, yeah, you want to come here? And he was like, no! It was great. Let's go this way. Cool. We're marching. Marching in the direction of the game. Any game, really. Dream Daddy? Fine. Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door? Doesn't matter. Football? Get him out of here. In the distance. What could it be? Could it be? Oh! A big burned out neon sign hangs above a tiny dive bar. Jim and Kim's, huh? It'll do. It'll do. The bar is small, dimly lit. The crack of pool balls sounds in the back as patrons laugh and joke. A string of multicolored Christmas lights hover over the bartender. Can't really tell if he's Jim or Kim. I pull up a seat at the bar. What'll it be? One beer, please. Sure thing, boss. The bartender slides me an ice-cold beer. I take a sip and enjoy the refreshing taste. Say, are you Jim? Or Kim? I'm Neil. Oh. I awkwardly turn my attention to the game, and it's playing on the TVs on the wall. As luck would have it, my team of preference is not only playing, but is currently in the lead. Which is always a good thing. Bar needs more X's. Brightly colored mascot, which is one of some kind of animal, does cartwheels. I silently cheer on my favorite team. Silently. Hoping that I don't get into any confrontational arguments with a fan of the opposing team. Several people around this bar are wearing the distinctive colors of the team I dislike. Although I believe from their demeanor that, like me, the passion for their team is all in good fun.
Hey.
A middle-aged woman holding a nearly empty wine glass slides up to the bar and sits uncomfortably close to me. Hey, sailor. Oh, hello there. Good to see fresh meat in here. I'm Mary. Come here often? Oh, no. I just moved to this part of town today. I'm Cameron. By the way, are you watching the game? Yeah, my preferred team is in the lead. They keep this up, we'll win the game. With ease. Mommy? Oh, I love that team. And I also love that game. I love someone who knows their way around balls. I'm getting the impression that she's a little drunk. I say this audibly. Buy a gal a drink. I'm currently the single dad. You can tell by the cross that the #1 man in her life is Jesus Christ! You're right. I almost reluctantly signal the bartender and order Mary another glass of wine. Neil jokes back and forth with Mary. They're clearly friends, and this is clearly not her first time doing this. You can tell in the ring on their finger that's clearly not her husband. Ah! I actually can't see the ring. Oh, wait. There it is. Yeah. This hand. Yep. She tips her glass at me. Suppose I gotta keep you company now.
Hey.
So, what do you want to know? What's your deal, woman? Yeah, what's your deal? Why you do this? Me? I'm a ghost, Cameron. I haunt the hallowed halls of Jim and Kim's, waiting for my beloved to return from sea. Really? No. Homegirl just loves a drink. So what else can you tell me about this part of town? It's quiet, that's for sure. If you want an idyllic little life with white picket fences, this is the place to do it. But every town has its secrets, you know. She takes a sip of her drink, and that was a little too ominous for my taste. She leans in closer.
Oh.
Would you like to learn some of my secrets?
Oh boy!
maybe some other time?
Ugh.
Suit yourself, sailor. Mary saunters off, setting her sights on the newest bar patron to enter. I happily watch the game over another beer. The game has gotten close in terms of points, a little too close than what I'm comfortable with. I love that what's your deal is also Brad's go-to drinking question. How to say that in a non-like confrontatory manner. It's like, yo, hey, what's your deal, dude? That still sounds aggressive. Gotta work on it. After our particularly skilled player scores a number of points for the other team, putting them in the lead, I hear an affirmative grunt from another man at the bar. Huh. Go team. It's the brooding man from the coffee spoon. He sits alone, sipping whiskey and watching the game as well. Go team! Let's get him! Enjoying the game? I am. Now that we're winning. Oh! We must be rooting for different teams. In my opinion, my team is far superior. I have to disagree with that. Based on our win-loss record, which you can clearly see overlaid on the screen, I'd say that my team is superior. That's where you're wrong. Since as it stands right now, my team is beating yours. The conversation ends there, and we both go back to silently rooting for our respective teams. The game is close, with both sides playing their hardest to win, but in the end, my team prevails. Quiet cheers ripple throughout the bar. I raise a respectful glass to the man drinking whiskey. He raises his in response. An unspoken truce is formed between us based on our mutual love for the game. He motions to the bartender, who pours 2 glasses of whiskey. The man slides one over to me. You can read him like a cookbook. I want his recipes. The name's Robert. Thanks. I'm Cameron. You must be new here. Mary already hit on you? Yeah. She's a peach. Well, you picked the best bar in town. As slimy as it is, you'll never find a better spot than Jim and Kim's. Is there actually a Jim or a Kim that runs this place? No. That'd be Neil. Neil waves. Good guy, Neil. Not enough Neils in this world. Oh. Okay. Annie raises a disrespectful glass. Take your shirt off! At Robert, not Cam. Need some channel points for that. You a whiskey fella? Or a beer fella? Beer, but I'll drink most things. I'm actually a cocktail guy, but I'd never say it to his face. You like shots? I love shots. I like shots. Shots are fine. Thank you. Robert nods to Neil, who serves up 2 shots of whiskey. He hands one to me. And it's a consumption for the cherry stem. I promised.
Oh.
Here's to your health. We take the shots. The whiskey burns going down, but I try my hardest to look tough. Wait. I think this is what making friends is. Okay, Cameron. This guy's out of my friend league, but I think if I play my cards right, we'll be pals in no time. I'm trying not to fuck him tonight. Compliment his cool leather jacket. I can't believe he actually ate it. Don't test me. Compliment his rugged good looks. His hand tattoo. That is a pretty cool tattoo. Tell me about it. I like your tattoo. What does it mean? It's a reminder. I wait for him to elaborate. But it seems like he's done talking. Tonight is a... Oh my god. Let it through. Go for it. Let it happen. I wait for him to elaborate, but it seems like he's done talking. Tonight is a great night. Oh my god. Thank you, mods. It was me. Man, this guy is mysterious. And cool.
Oh.
Way cooler than I am, at least. I have to swallow this stem. Excuse me. Alright, it's in there. Spitters or quitters! No, just kidding. Do what you want to do. Way cooler than I am. Robert signals to the bartender for another round. I'm another one. Yeah.
What are you doing here tonight?
My daughter kicked me out of the house. Not like she was having, not like forever. She's just having a sleepover with friends.
Family type, huh?
Single dad. He gets up.
Be right back. Gonna powder my nose.
Never seen Robert this talkative. He must like you. Guess so. I gotta admit that Robert has a gruff charm to him. A guy like that thinks I'm cool. I really must be. Robert comes back from the bathroom and grabs his leather jacket.
I'm gonna go home. You heading my way?
I don't believe I am. I want to go home, sir. Powdering his nose using drugs and cocaine.
I live in this cul-de-sac down the way. Does everybody live there?
Me too. We just finished unpacking today.
Great place to be. Good neighbors. Well, some of them.
Who's that? We get to Robert's house, which is just a few houses away from mine. He stops. He turns to me.
I don't kiss and tell, Cameron. So, are we doing this? Or what?
What?
You know, you wanna come inside or not?
A wave of realization rushes over me, and I am completely blush. Please do it! That's what Andy's saying. I'm gonna save. I realize that I can save this game. Saving. The question is, how does one save? Do it! Do it! Lay down smooth, smile and nod. No, thank you. I'd better call it a night. Catch you around. We don't kiss and tell, guys. No kiss and tell.
Sure.
We'll get him next time. I head home, head buzzing from the whiskey. What did he mean by, are we gonna do this or not? I know what he meant. I plop down on the couch, and I'm asleep before I even get a chance to take my shoes off. It was dude, you definitely screw him. You have to. I mean, you don't have to. Clearly that's not the case. That is not how consent works. I wake up to a text from an unknown number. Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out? This is Craig, by the way. Holy crap, it's 6 a.m.? Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing it, I drift back to sleep. Whoops, must have winked out. Back to my phone again. Hello there? Hello? Hey, bud, still want to get your swole on? Ready to tear up the track? Hit me up. God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But it's Craig. I do want to catch up. Go to sleep? Go back to the gym? I am trying to commit myself to a lifestyle of good stuff. Sure. Why not? Let's go for it. Hey, my man, I need a few minutes to wake up. Meet in 20? After a few seconds, another text comes in. Sure thing. Meet me at the gym. I stretch. My bones crack a little bit. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and... Hey, I don't remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth. They're on my only clothes I own. They're even kind of gym appropriate. We head out. A lifestyle of sleeping in. That's certainly one lifestyle. I secretly sleep in, but don't tell anybody. Sometimes. But if he sleeps in his bedroom, the devs will have to make another background. That's out of scope of the thing. We don't need more backgrounds. Coming from the game devs in chat. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching. Of course, he spots me and waves enthusiastically. Hey, bro, good morning. Hey, good to see you, man. I am definitely not as pumped as he is. Maybe I should have some coffee before I left. You ready to kick some butt? With your help, I am. I get the feeling this is going to be less of me kicking butt, more the gym kicking my butt. But I can handle it with you there. Dude, bro, that means a lot.
Hey.
Let's get him! We head into the gym and I am immediately intimidated. All of these people around me could break me in half. Craig, seems like Craig is friends with all of them. High fives, finger guns, everybody around. Bro, did you see those hearts? Just wait till you see the eggplants. They look like they could and would steal my lunch money and spend on protein shakes.
Oh.
Come on, bud. Let's warm up. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Okay. I can walk. Walking is good. Decent place to be. Walking. Eggplants. Yeah. So, like, I know we're on treadmills.
Oh.
Yeah. And those over there are ellipticals. Very good. What's all the other stuff? They might look like a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass. I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't even know existed on a machine I think was once used to process grain into flour. What was that?
Oh.
That is a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing? I think using a medieval torture device. There's a tiny man in there, right? And he did something that the court found unfavorable, and now that muscular dude is just doling out justice in the form of pain.
Oh.
What?
Nice.
Oh no, Craig has turned up the speed. I better do the same. How long you been doing the buff thing? A couple years. And what do you do when you're not dadding, working, buff-ing? Oh, I coach my twins' softball team. That still counts as both dadding and bluffing. I keep busy. What do you do for fun? Well, I try to live my life as close to a Jimmy Buffett song as close as possible. I don't do Jimmy Buffett. I like learning. I try to educate myself about the world around me. I'm like a sponge for knowledge, soaking up all the intellectual content, you know, history, the paranormal, wilderness survival, aliens. Yeah, mostly those things. So you watch the History Channel shoot, huh? I said that correctly. Yes. That's what I was talking about! We're jogging now. Oh god, we're jogging now. We're actually jogging. Jog along if you want. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this effortlessly? I'm dying. I can feel my life force just draining through every orifice of my body. Hey, remember when my fish died in college? No. I don't like this story. Oh my god, he's really bumping up the speed again. I guess I better do this and not kick over any of the bottles near my feet. Oh, this is fast. Oh, this is very fast. And we were at the party, and you vowed to make me feel better. You told me to create a distraction. So, of course, I do this at keg stand and get everybody cheering. And then I try to steal a fish from the fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an absolute idiot. And then you drop the fish and it's flopping around and you panic. So you run up to the post-keg stand with a dying dirty fish in your hands that you scooped off the ground and you're yelling at me we have to leave. So we're running out of the frat party with a fish and trying to give it to the mouth of resuscitation. And we get him home and get him to the bowl of water, but the prognosis was grim. And the next thing he's alive and well. They never did catch the great fish thieves of Grand Ridge U. And they never will. I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into a wall. Jesus, that hurts. Dude, bro. You okay? Craig offers me a hand, looks me over for injuries. The kazoo fell off the bar. Bro, I'm fantastic. And just stand up, rub my back. Doesn't really hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
Oh, man.
You didn't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits, man. Well, I might call our gym adventure here.
Nice.
You sure? Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, here. I brought you this. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of thick green liquid. I stare at it, what must be apparent distaste. It's a protein shake, bro. Oh. Thank you. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here it goes. Didn't even have to pay to work that body this time, it just came for free. That was good. We like a little workout here at the bar with an X. It keeps us fit. Fitness with an X. I take a small sip. And it's actually delicious. Fatty Daddy's Days of Delicious. This is really good.
Bro.
Good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm very proud of it.
Hey.
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe we can try running around the neighborhood. Treadmills aren't your speed? No pun intended. Fire hydrants! Work that body! I'm doing my fire hydrants. Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this. Everything. I'll see you around. Fitness, you say? That's what we do. Try not to kick the bucket. It's got stuff in it. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I really gotta work on this dad bod. Seriously. I get home, lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. God, I'm so old. Not really. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. Gaspoo, what time is it? Time to party. It's 3:55. I'm supposed to be a man in school in 5 minutes. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door. And off we go. To school time. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They gave me something, and I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully nobody's gonna notice. Check my watch. I'm relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around, looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Come on, kid, I'm late for a meeting. Mr. who? Mr. Vega? I don't know. We tried the exit. Alright, wise guy, are you gonna help me or not? Fine. Up those stairs to the left. You can't miss him. I head up the stairs and I walk around. This youth is Vega. What a fucking punk. I head up the stairs, walk around until I find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. Unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere, after a couple of minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where that low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly, a head pops out of the classroom, next to his locker.
Oh.
Lucien, don't you have a third period to get to? Fine, Mr. Vega.
Oh.
Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool.
Oh.
You must be Cameron. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back?
Hmm?
Mr. Vega leads me in. I take a seat in one of the comically small student desks in the back. Whoa, hello there, microphone. I might get stuck in this.
Ah.
Alright, where were we? Now, who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye?
Oh.
Yes. Colin?
Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise. I can't do that in this shirt, but check this shit out. I can do it with my hand.
Oh.
The whole class just erupts in laughter. Aha here, aha there, somebody chortles.
Hmm.
Alright, everybody, very funny, Colin. Please sit down.
Oh.
Now, Wilden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that...
The bell for the end of the period rings, all of the students immediately get up, make a break for the door.
What?
Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening.
Hmm?
Or not, I guess. Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs.
Hmm.
Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers?
I don't
This
know.
bow tie is so on point. Both, you know, budget cuts. Right.
Oh.
Thanks so much for coming in. No problem. Mr. Vega,
Ah.
please, call me Hugo.
I don't know.
I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student. I'm concerned about her recent behavior. What's going on?
I don't know.
Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I normally chalk this up to senioritis, but this is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. I didn't even cross my mind that something might have been wrong. Just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? We just moved. Oh, we just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was. See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance. She keeps heading down this road.
I don't know.
I don't know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo. Anytime. On my way out, I stop. Thinking for a moment, I turn to Hugo. Hey, Hugo? Yes. You ever catch that rye? Yes. Got him! My high school experience was severely lacking in comparison. Dude, this is nothing like my high school experience. Although I did read The Catcher in the Rye, and it kind of sucked. But I think it was either me or somebody else in class that got to say the word fuck. That was awesome. Everything okay at home? Nah, there's daddy. I don't have enough daddies in my bed. I leave the classroom considering coitus with a bunch of old men with children and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force of positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home. Maybe I could talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to carpool and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time? It was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we have some dinner? Sure thing. Make something at home? Got a small food court? Maybe we could eat something at home. What about the food court? We can be more daddies. Does that sound cool to you? Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Jeez, can't a dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I will buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone, and I should probably say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. That's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay, but also sometimes it's good to have that parent's perspective, because, you know, maybe the parents also dealt with similar situations. Maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. It's called X now. Doesn't matter. Look, sweetie. Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to a stoplight, and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. Just... I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything. Uh-huh. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me to know anything about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting, and she stifles a laugh. What's so funny? It's, I don't think you get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you... like... Noah? What? No. Dad. I can't believe you would... Dad. I mean, jeez. Why would you... Yes. Gross. Sorry. Just asking.
Dad, he's my friend. Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend. Okay, okay. Jeez. This is going well. Oh. Good talk. Love you, kiddo. He leans forward, turns up the radio, and I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then. I don't even know any people. Actually, I know one person named Noah. But it might have just been some other name that starts with N. It's unsafe to drive a car with that much stuff on the dashboard. Always the lawful one, Brad. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a small security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Hell yeah! Language, Missy. Heck yeah? Better. I'm gonna eat something good. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's a greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. Do you know a Noah? I know a Noah, says Lil Abe. It's really good lyrics. Damn, that sounds good. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese on it? Or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? Extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table. We just dig in.
Whoa.
These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So. Something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Which meme? All memes?
Dad.
Dad, it's complicated. See, like, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all of us youths have already done the joke to death. What's worse than that is that movies and TVs and video games will try to jump in on the meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out. So it just dates it, and it isn't funny. Oh shit, what up? Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to that goth store? What? You know, it's all black and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment despite being the exact representation of the establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets. It's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one. Yeah, we'll go there. Amanda just runs into the store, and with me trailing behind her, she makes a beeline for the back.
Yeah.
There it is! You can still see the outline, kinda. I'm so proud? Speech! Amanda.
Yes.
Speech! All right, I'll do it. Only if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann with an X had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead, Goth, and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda has moved. She begins clapping. Slow at first. Faster. More vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head. Oh, hey! Chain wallets. While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for a dad to look at in Dead, Goth, and Beyond.
Band t-shirts are cool. I've been meaning to get more t-shirts, to be honest. I barely know any of these bands. Cannibal Bone Party. Doesn't seem like music I enjoy, but they must be really happy that a retail outlet is carrying their merchandise. I hope the parents are really proud of them. Look, this is very important to me! I overhear a stifled argument out at the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here.
What?
Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian-inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager.
Huh.
I see. I've outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and he storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they are Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. The best dad, this guy. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Datron 5000. Yes, I will buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt on the counter, grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing, rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what is that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard, I'm worried she'll pull something. It's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's upset with Victorian fashion. Or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch, trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh, cool! Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. It's your favorite, right? Oh, hell yes! They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but also, they're hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no! The ghosts done got control of my truck! I can't steer them there, the damn ice roads! Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die! Ah, I almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying, you're gonna die. That's because we're gonna die, you! This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little bit longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterwards, I crawl into bed and a good night's rest. Dude, whistle while you work. That's dad tip number 62. Let's pop a save in here. I don't want to lose any progress. How does that load thing work? Can you like do different oh, yo. Oh, there's autosaves too. I don't remember how this game works. I do now. Snores. Snores harder. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never ever let me have 5 more minutes. So get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda's much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves, a desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you excited for the cookout today? Excited to beef up my grilling skills. But I'm excited for food. Honestly, I'd be anxious about this thing. New neighborhood and stuff? That's a bad attitude. Huh? Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? Disney Queen, thank you for your tips there. Save the saves and get the locations for different dad endings. I don't want to metagame like that. I just want to date all the dads. That's all I really want to do. Show them these smiling, pearly whites. I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. You'll get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon.
A social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? You know what? We're going early. Just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill.
Huh?
I like to do the stovetop cooking stuff. Guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Smell children and run through a sprinkler, and adults chat in small clusters. They set our veggie plate down on a table next to 2 other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome. I'm glad you 2 are here. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come on over here. This is Chris, my eldest.
Hey.
Hi. This is Christian and Christy, they're twins.
Ah.
They stare creepily and say nothing.
Oh.
Then, of course, there's our youngest. Wait. Where's Chris? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Oh, how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary?
Hey.
Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Mary, sweetheart, did you put Chris to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to.
Okay.
Joseph takes a moment, gains his composure.
Oh.
Mary, this is our new neighbor Cameron and his daughter Amanda.
Ah.
I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice to, meet you, Mary. For the first time. Charmed. Well, I'll have to go over there now. Mary leaves and, oh, God, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. It takes all of my energy not to run away from the barbecue, start fresh in a new city. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread on the table. I pick out some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. I want to have to make friends.
Ugh.
Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? I don't want to do pleasantries.
Huh.
Dad. I'm going to talk about the weather.
Aw.
Go do it. Make a friend. How could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. Right? Nep's plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Amanda shoves me to the corner of the yard, center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around at the party, and I'm surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? And didn't I meet that guy at the bar? Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that the guy who's throwing a fit at Goth and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know, Craig. Wait a second. All of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I better investigate. Let's talk to the folks. Robert and Damian. Oh, Brian, not the other guy. I glance across the yard, and I notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one up by Brian, or whatever happened with Robert last night. So they caught me staring. Oh, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. Flash a smile, and I walk over. Hey, guys. Cameron! How the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood all right? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh, boy. Cameron, have you met Robert yet? Yeah. We've met. Robert regards me over his whiskey. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one, even caught her first fish.
It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. Bet she loved it.
And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Ryan raises his eyebrows at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second.
Hey.
Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years. Not since the last time.
Same here. Well, things change once you have a Wait. What happened the last time?
Oh.
Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the backcountry. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in the army days. Comes from Kansas. They built him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. You can see the boon popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy's screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next looking soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound. Now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of those toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you. There were moments during those days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy. But you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I got that boy back to the civilization. But I lost some of me out there. I guess that's camping for you.
Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey.
I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down the river, and he lost a flip-flop. Miss that kid.
Brian...
Well, where am I kidding?
Brian and I tense up again.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Amanda and Daisy barrel up into us, laughing. Daisy's holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. You gotta get off this haunted truck. Oh no, the ghosts locked the doors. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then, hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts. But how will we be able to survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook with you.
You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing.
Robert? Wait a second, are you guys playing? Long Haul, Ice Road, Paranormal Ghost Truckers?
Yeah.
Amanda and I love that show. It's the best! Especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah! That's such quality reality television!
I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries.
Alright, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein. Gotta keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over there. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend, Emily. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms to the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Let's go find kindling for the fire. Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend? Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. Man, I never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. He's not nice that he's not trying to one-up me at this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too. Kids, am I right? Gotta love them. You're required to. By law.
I hear that.
Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little playdate for them. They do seem to get along really well. But the thoughts of continually hearing about all Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet with some of the other fellas. That went surprisingly well. And we may have actually made our daughter look even better. How you doing out there, Emily? I saw you pop in just a moment ago. How are things? Let's go talk to Matt, Hugo, and Craig, the barista, the teacher, and the college friend. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello.
Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place, and to try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Kinda curious to see what they're talking about, though. The kind of comparison that just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I don't think there's I think there's no harm in comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I'm so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it right back.
I don't know.
Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were both better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall.
Well, that's pretty subjective.
What do you mean? How do you mean?
That painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks.
Oh.
That's a Magritte.
Right. Art. Sorry.
You're fine, dude.
We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork.
Listen, all I asked was if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better.
Hugo throws up his hands in frustration.
But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism?
Man, that is all way above my head. Me too.
It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome. Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please.
Oh.
Sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Cameron, how are you liking the neighborhood?
It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
It seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine.
Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds, weaving them into little flower crowns. Pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us.
What is it, sweetie?
It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it
Right on top of his head. He's beautiful.
Am I cool now?
The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. You're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey, Cameron. This is my daughter.
Hello. I'm Carmencita. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? Better be making friends. Yeah. Actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend. And, your teacher.
Whoa.
Oh. Hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Oh.
Yep. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper?
Oh.
It's great seeing you, too. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like an absolute champ. She learned the finger guns move from me. Very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Huh?
Hugo looks around the party. Must finally spot him, because his eyes go wide.
Huh?
Ernest! Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? Ernest holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of a cigarette and then flicks it into the gutter.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids. Right?
Hey.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half of the yard.
Oh.
And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned out half the yard. Then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard
I
too.
don't know.
Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him.
Hmm.
Hey everybody, sorry about that. Cameron, this is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Doesn't matter,
Oh.
Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? Sure you were just dying to know. Yeah. Good for you. Can I go now? Tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest? Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off. Stands in the corner. That was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo pats his head, hands, and sighs.
Oh.
I'm sorry, he's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it.
Oh.
I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. See? Right there. You can't say that.
Oh.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads?
Oh.
I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact, as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18. She still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter, Amanda! I'm cool, right? I see your point.
Oh no.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest.
Hmm?
Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right. Be nice to have it both ways, though. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens?
Hmm.
Don't let us eat your time, Cameron. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. Joseph and Damien! The other guys! I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead Gotham Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So, I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter and provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice.
Oh.
Thank you. I'm proud of my abode. Cameron, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Gotham Beyond the other day. His face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Gotham Beyond was profoundly frustrated indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes. My daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to get Dead Gotham Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? Think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the other older kids in the neighborhood. Hey, Amanda! Would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. That's are cool, though! Pity. Anna, what did you say, no?
Yes.
Incredible.
Mm.
Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming.
Aye.
Amanda walks up to the conversation.
Ah.
I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth?
Oh.
That it would, my dear. I don't believe we have the pleasure of meeting Damien Bloodmarch. At your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, won't you come play with us?
Hmm.
Come play with us. Forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this.
Huh.
Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they get that from?
Hmm.
Mary pops into the conversation. Wine in hand. Classy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. Still tasty. I think I might have tapped over VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip. Where's Krish?
Ugh.
Wasn't he with you?
Ooh,
You had him a moment ago.
Uh,
He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. We'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth. I've squeezed 4 little. Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great.
oh my god.
I'm sure he's fine.
yeah.
Mary?
Hmm.
Okay. Jeez. Mary finishes her wine and stumbles off. Dad, can we go now? Ah, Lucian, have I introduced you to Cameron yet? It's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever. Sir. Lucian bows. Again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger? Sir.
Oh.
Coming right up. Are you vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad.
Oh.
That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa! Is that a tattoo?
Yeah.
Yep. I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. It's so cool. Want to see mine? Go! Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poke last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian! We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. Just look kind of sick.
Oh.
Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though. That number carries weight. Man. Joseph is way cooler a youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. Wonder what he did before preaching.
Yeah.
And without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, he takes a deep breath. Gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly, tossing cheese on the patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side, one after another. The dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You probably didn't know this, Cameron, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's ungrillable. I've tried to get on his L level, but I just can't catch up. Let us keep the studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard! We keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist?
I've never seen a mistake
Hey.
make a mistake.
Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop! All the children of the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. All right, guys. Food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Ah, Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac.
Hey.
Kind of nice, isn't it? Feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps you when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the other kids. She decides to get into the babysitting game. She'll definitely make a killing.
Oh.
Hey, why don't you add us all on Dadbook? Dadbook?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with one another. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anybody, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes like way over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. And we got an achievement with that. Cool. Pretty fun party, don't you think? I got a burger. I felt like a network. Wish I could have been the one playing Paranormal Ice Road Truckers. You and Daisy seem like you were having a way better time than I was.
Hey.
Because we were.
Hmm.
Well, hey, at least you met some of the other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dadbook. Maybe I will, if I ever figure out how this whole, like, social media thing works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. You're never too busy or important to be kind to others. Dad tip number 92. Amanda and I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower, which is a damn shame. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah. I'm going out with some friends. Oh. Is that okay? Of course. Yeah, just keep me posted. And be home before midnight. You got it. And be careful. I will. Make good choices. Of course. And call me if you need anything. Dad, you're not gonna do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I've never done that. I will never do that. Okay. Do you have plans tonight? My plans were kind of to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I guess I'll find something to do. I'm gonna work on stuff, see how long I can sleep for, throw a party, work on stuff. I'm gonna do stuff. I'm a guy who does stuff. I'll do stuff. Dad stuff. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay? Great. See you later. I watch Amanda drive off into the night. Really do hope she has fun. Plopping down in front of the television, I turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind and celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. I'd love to be able to cook like that. Although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil. Like just making bread Alaskas all day. Baked Alaskas. Instead of any food of real nutritional substance. Man. Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire. But like, he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. Just a lot of yelling. With meat. And hell. Glance at my watch. It's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I sent a text. Hey, kiddo. You good? I wander into the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon, because I've definitely taught her better than to text and drive. Reach into the freezer, grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I've earned it after a long day of socializing. Check my watch again. And my phone. Nothing yet. Okay. I see now that I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No. It's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really, really worried. The episodes of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only not assuaging my anxiety, but possibly exacerbating it with all the yelling. So I kind of keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who was she even with? Why don't I think, and I don't know any of her friends' phone numbers. Why don't I even know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? I decided to send another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. Can't help but think of all the awful things that could have happened to her. Oh, thank God it's her! Amanda opens the door and shuffles on in. Finally, she's back home. I'm glad she's okay. Sup? Sweetie, thank God you're safe. Yep. You did the thing. But now that I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my texts? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket. Oh. Oops. Guess I didn't see those. She starts to walk to her room. Amanda Ann. Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now. Amanda, you came home an hour and a half after your curfew and you didn't respond to any of my text messages. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops. Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not gonna be like this when I go off to school, are you? I was scared, dude. You weren't responding, and it was just like when your mom... I have to stop myself before tearing up.
Hey.
Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to... I sit down on the couch, and put my head in my hands, and I feel very, very, very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just, please don't do that again. Alright. I'm gonna go to bed now. Amanda closes the door to her room, and I head to mine. Jeez. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not gonna be like this when I go off to school, are you? I definitely did not sleep well last night. I brew some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering in the morning. She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey. I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was gonna do it, and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. Well... I'm sorry for freaking out on you. You're an adult now. I shouldn't have gotten so worked up. Team with an X? Team with an X. All the way. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. You want some eggs? You know it. Sprinkle some cheese on them? Already did. Bless you. Amanda scarfs down the egg in the time that it takes for me to wash the pan up. Alright, I'm off to school. Wait. One more thing before you go. What? What is Dateable? It's a social media platform. Wait. What? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda. I'm an old man. I can't put together a Dateable profile on my own. All right. I'll help you sound interesting on the internet. Amanda spends the next couple minutes setting up my profile on Dateable, which, as it turns out, is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood. All right, Pops. You gotta fill out your profile. Let's get some likes. Let's get some dislikes. On a Friday night, most likely to... Honestly, I don't watch a lot of TV. I used to have a coin collection, and I think I got rid of it. I don't collect coins anymore. Not much of a collector. Torment my children if I had them. Fall asleep while I watch I guess I sleep really well. Sink into blissful oblivion. Sleep. If you had one thing to take with you into a desert island, what would it be? A grill? I like food. My last sugar of salt. Not a Jimmy Buffett guy, really. Castaway on DVD for instructional purposes. A boat. Duh, I don't need to think my survival skills have trained me for this day. I at the very least think that if I had a boat, I could go out and fish and stuff. And I mean, I would take my survival skills with me. So I'd go with the boat, because I don't really know how to build a boat. What are your turn-ons? Strong dad arms and dad legs.
Legs are my go-to. Doesn't matter what gender you are, what you orient as. Legs are hot. When they're hot. Tennis shoes? Lawn? Street smarts? Top-tier grilling ship? Comfortable with crying? It's the arms, dude. I'll go with those arms. If I weren't so particular about other people's arms, I wouldn't be so particular about my own arms. What did you want to be when you grew up? Technical writer? Salty boat captain? Pro skater? A good father? The president of space? I wanted to be a shopkeeper when I was a child, actually. And I think what was the closest thing there? I don't do sports. Not gonna be a astronaut. Good father? I know I always wanted to start a family, but like, I have way, way bigger dreams. I guess manuals and instructions. Shopkeeper's job sound more or less on that same level of chill. My favorite movie genre? I like comedies. Comedies are good. War? I think Laserdisc is supposed to be a Blu-ray? Not familiar with that technology. Crying stuff? Old comedies? I like rom-coms. Unironically, I really enjoy rom-coms. Anna, for some reason, doesn't think that I'm into romantic stuff, but I am. Not the stuff that makes you cry. I like to laugh. And like psychological horrors, but that wasn't really an option.
I can get you anime to watch.
Yes, you can. You make great recommendations.
I'll watch them.
That's true, I don't. I don't find time for a lot of television. What's my ideal date? Napping together? Cute. 1,000-piece puzzle? Sounds like a lot of fun. Trying to geocache, but get hopelessly lost. Arson. Being emotionally vulnerable. I will say that I have had some really, really awesome moments where on like Saturday night or whatever, it's just watching anime together with my dearest and just feeling really, really good in the moment, being like, you know what? I'm really happy with where I am. And I'm really happy we're here together. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And I think, at the very least, those are my most emotionally vulnerable times. And I have a lot of fun with that. Vulnerability! And I never leave home without. Sensible cardigan. I don't even know what a cardigan is. Vaping's not cool. It can make you sick, though. Only the mango pods. Book of word jumbles, a cool knife. Cripplingly low self-esteem. I frequently forget my phone's keys and wallet home sometimes. There was a period in my life where I just carried around a really cool knife in my pocket. It was called the Little Guppy. It's still around this apartment somewhere, and it's a carabiner, but it's also a Phillips head screwdriver, but it's also a bottle opener, and it's also a wrench. It's a multi-tool, and it also had a knife. It's a cool knife. I don't take it around with me anymore because I used to walk into the school bookstore with that and the alarm thing would go off and nobody ever frisked me down for it. But I started getting afraid that like, if they did, they would slowly but surely catch me and be like, why do you have this knife on you? I'd be like, I don't know. I'm going to school in Philadelphia. And the answer wouldn't pass the vibe check. That was my fear, at least. I spent a lot of time thinking about out of all these options, I get a little existential, and I really like coffee. And I will think about my cup of coffee. So that's what we're going with. Profile complete. That is great. See? That wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles. You should message one of them. Or more than one of them. All these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay. I promise I'll make some friends. Then it gives me a big ol' hug. Go get him, Dad. Here we go.
Welcome.
Dadding time. And evidently I have a message from Amanda already. But I think we're getting around the 2.5 hour mark. We're gonna save which dad to go after on Wednesday. That's what I'm gonna call for this evening. I'm gonna give ourselves a little save over here. And that's all I've got for now, y'all. That'll be it for the evening, at least over here. We are currently playing Dream Daddy. It's fun so far. It's a lot of narrating. I genuinely like these games where it's just like a lot of talking. I like talking. I like talking. For everybody who's been joining along for the ride, I hope everything is enjoyable for you. At the very least, you are more than welcome to lurk and say absolutely nothing. Your presence alone, I can feel. I can feel that, and I'm happy for that. So to everybody out there, I hope you're doing well, and that the rest of the stream serves you well. For the rest of the evening, I will encourage everybody to chill, relax, and think about your dad book profile if you had to fill it out for yourself. That's all. To everybody out there, Emily, thank you so much. Bye to you as well, and everybody else. If the moon is shining where you are, then I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and if the sun is shining, a wonderful rest of your morning. My night was ended with a cocktail, and perhaps your night is ending with one as well. If that's the case, feel free to share it the next time you're around. We'd love to hear about it. So to everybody out there, no matter where you are, have a good rest of your time. And we'll catch you on Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we continue to get more ideas for the cocktail that will become the cocktail that every single dad will become here at the Bar with an X. We do. All right. Until then, y'all. Bye.